Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Rama 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 Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. Bhagwan has given us a great fortune of gathering here and singing his powerful name, auspicious, divine, powerful name for 1 hour. And we know it's no small grace. In celebration of this, with deep gratitude, we have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Now sometimes we keep on chanting and chanting and chanting for a certain prayer. I tell people, if there is some difficulty in achieving something that you want, all that you have to do is keep on chanting and chanting and chanting for the sake of that prayer, that particular prayer alone. Then it works fast and then you achieve what you want. But sometimes it gets delayed beyond reason, and then naturally we get agitated, and then we think, what is happening? Why would Bhagwan delay this? Doesn't he have any love for me? Will it not happen at all? Questions and questions and questions, and all that result in more agitation. And then we are unable to swallow this. So, and I keep telling them, it's only when it gets delayed, you can be very sure that the result will be much greater than what you expect. Now, the family of Shri Madhusudhan and his wife and Suneetha, they've been coming to the ashram for the past 4 or 5 years, and they have got many miraculous experiences to narrate about the glory of the name. And they, most of the time, at least Suneetha, keeps chanting the name, almost incessantly. And recently, their daughter, they have a son and a daughter. The son is already in the States. The daughter, a very sweet girl, very young, looks like a schoolgirl, and now the time has come to send her for her higher education in a medical school in US. It happened that when Shri Madhusudhan was working in a multinational company as vice president in the United States, she was born. And so she was registered as US citizen. Now the situation is, they could not send her to any of these medical schools in India because of the citizenship. She has to be sent to US for higher education. And she, being very small and vulnerable, innocent, the parents did not want her to go alone. So they have been telling me for quite some time that they also wanted to go to US, that Madhusudhan could get her transferred to the same company in US. But then, and of course, they were also chanting the name towards that, chanting and chanting very vigorously and rigorously. And yet, it was getting delayed. And they would come and tell me, a little agitated, "Ma, we would like to go, we don't want to leave her alone there. We would very much like to put her in one of these local medical schools in India itself, but her citizenship would not allow it to happen here. it would not be recognized. So we do not know what to do. We have been asking, we have been begging Bhagwan for this transfer to the US. But it's not happening, no matter how much we chant. And then the day came when Shriya Vaishnavi had to leave for the States, and the parents were unable to go with her. Naturally, they were worried. But when they came here just a little before that to report that she had to go on a such and such day and prayed, I said to pacify them, don't worry, Bhagwan will take care of her much better than you people can. Bhagwan will go with her and it will be safe and comfortable and joyful. Not to worry about her. Bhagwan will see to it, because you people are chanting His name. It becomes His responsibility to take care of your work there with her. And when she left, when they went to the airport that day, surprise of surprises, 2 girls had come to the airport for the same flight. One of them had studied with Shriya already. The other one, I think one of them was going to study the same medical school in US also, and the other one was living in the same apartment complex in the US. Shriya is going to go to an apartment there in Dallas where she would have to stay for quite some time. And now you see, Bhagwan has sent one girl who is living in the same complex in Dallas in US. So unexpectedly, she came across these 2 people already familiar to her and in such close connection. You can imagine her joy knew no bounds. So they boarded the plane and they had a very joyful time, happy and comfortable and safe. And Madhusudhan also reported later, because as a mother, Suneetha would have taken care of her very well. And it seems that son was in another state, in the same country, because there was no one else, he came and joined her in the same apartment. But then Suneetha was very worried because the children should be taken care of well, and who would do it? And suddenly a mother appeared, someone nearby, and she began to take care of these children. I believe she would cook nice food, go and feed them, and sometimes she would take Shriya also out. So much so, the parents, when they had come here, they reported joyfully that the children are being taken care of much better way than they ever could. So this is what happens. And at the same time, Madhusudhan had another happy news to report, that he has been thinking for some time to start a Satsang in Hyderabad. But then they did not know about any other Yogi Ramsuratkumar devotees there. There are many who come from there, but then somehow I did not take their address or number. So he was just thinking what to do, how to connect. And then as they went from Tiruvannamalai to their home in Hyderabad, and the next day or the day after, when they had come down out of the complex, they ran into a couple. And the couple spoke Tamil, and they are from Tamil Nadu. They also spoke Telugu, and what is more, they were chanting Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama. So suddenly, They became familiar with each other, and then and there they decided to start a satsang. Just when he was worried about finding somebody who could also do the work with him, they came across this couple out of nowhere and chanting Bhagwan's Nama. And those people, they had visited Bhagwan, had some experience with him already. So you see how Bhagwan connects people and how he takes up the responsibility for the sake of their devotees, when the devotees themselves are helpless and chanting his name. So let us remember this. This may be a small miracle, this may sound like a small miracle, but it is no small grace. Imagine going to the airport and coming across two girls so closely connected with her studies. And what's more, all of a sudden some mother came and took interest in his children, and then she was doing Suneetha's job. And Suneetha reported that she was doing it much better than herself. So this is Yogi Ramsuratkumar. When you chant his name, it becomes his responsibility to do your work, which you sometimes have to miss out. But then he will do it much, much, much better than you can. So let us trust his wisdom, let us have faith in him, and keep on praying patiently until such time would come when he would think it fit to give you what you want. And if that should be good for you, Bhagwan often declared that yes, indeed, his name, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, is Kalpataru, but with a difference. The Devaloka Kalpataru would give you whatever you want, without discrimination. But Yogi Ramsuratkumar said he would not give everything that the devotee wants. He would give only that which could do good for the devotees. So let us trust his wisdom and grace. We shall now offer our today's prayer, hoping and of course knowing that any prayer submitted at his lotus feet in this powerful shrine will have to be realized, and that sooner than later. Bhagwan, we beg you again and again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to the world today in all aspects of life. We beg you to bring in peace, harmony, order, unity, and growing friendship and mutual help among people, between groups and country and country. And control of diseases, control of nature. But what do we see now? A lot of violence and growing enmity between people and people. And of course the war is already going on with all its audacity and atrocities. And not to mention the new diseases that attack the societies and the furies of nature. Bhagwan, thou art the cosmic controller. Only you can establish peace once again. And we beg you to uproot all the negativities of the human mind that are responsible for today's violence in the world. We also seek your blessings for all those people who have been stranded in varied parts of the world for some reason or the other, unable to get help or protection. We beg you to reach out to them and do the needful. We also beg you, for the sake of those unselfish people, sevaks, who have been doing hard work for the sake of the others, and give them protection from harsh criticisms and aspersion. We beg you again to promote the economy of the country and the growth in all fields of activity, both industry, sciences and arts, so that it could reach its peak and be the world teacher one day soon, to conduct all the other countries in the path of Dharma. We also pray to you in all earnestness and sincerity, soulfully, for unceasing chanting of your powerful name and unbroken remembrance of your Leela and teachings. Bhagwan, we beg you again and again to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands, that we should run our everyday life as an offering to you. And we beg you again to bless us not to be caught by the temptations of Maya. People may think, why is this mother repeating the same prayers every day? A prayer, when repeated again and again in a powerful shrine, will definitely bear fruit. And the more the people join us in this prayer, no matter how boring it is, the greater will be the effect and the faster it will happen. Bhagwan, we beg you to bless us with that ultimate state of bliss and peace, which is independent of any object or person. But then we need to be purified. We take refuge in your powerful Nama and ceaseless chanting of it, and the joyful service. You must do it with joy. The joyful service without any jealousy or unhealthy competition. In the spirit of service to you. And Bhagwan, one more practice, the practice of acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow, to understand that everything comes only from you, from the source, and whatever comes from the source can only be a blessing. It's a blessing for our greater good, for our closer kinship with God. It's a blessing in disguise. And if we believe strongly, it can only be a blessing because it's a truth, then it will very soon prove itself to be a blessing. Bhagwan, as we purify more and more, we will be able to see your living, vibrant presence everywhere and in everything. We also beg you to give us that bestowal of grace that would enable us to see your sankalpa, your will behind all the happenings. And more importantly, please bless us to be able to detect that hidden grace even in the most devastating sufferings of life. Generally, we complain, we fret, and we begin to blame everyone around, and we resent that God has let us down, little knowing that these adversities are what we have invited ourselves by our own past karmas. Compassionate and generous that Bhagwan is, He would have us in His fold and not let us go, and convert all our sufferings into great blessings. This has been His promise. Bhagwan, please bless us to be grateful to you even for the sufferings of life. And we seek your blessings for all the species of the cosmos, to be lifted to a higher plane, and finally, we who have been seeking only solutions to our problems, which are endless like the waves of the ocean, now want dissolution of our ego, our selfishness, dissolution of our identity in you. And that means freedom from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, freedom from the tyranny of the ego, so that we be blessed with that immortal life, eternal living, and eternal servitude to that supreme eternal entity. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.